What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and we need to talk about MULN stock, Mullen Automotive, because this stock has been pumping the past couple of days, but actually just got decimated today. We're going to take a look at what's happened with the price and why it's happening. And first, we're going to explain what this company is and why they started pumping up for anyone who is curious. So, to understand this company, you got to know that they are an EV company, an electric car company. You can see their site right here. They make EVs, okay? Now, the second really important thing about this stock is that they actually have an incredibly low market cap, about $36 million. So this stock is an easy one to move in either direction, up or down, because the market cap is so low, not much capital has to flow into this company to actually move the stock price pretty significantly, as you can see. Now, the reason the stock price actually started taking off was on an interesting announcement, okay? They announced progress on a solid-state polymer battery pack that they have in development. And the reason this is so exciting is because it's fairly revolutionary. Okay, Mullen's testing of their solid state polymer cells reveals the potential for a 150 kilowatt hour battery pack, blah blah blah, that delivers over 600 plus miles of range. Okay, that's the important part here. 600 plus miles of range for an EV. Now that's incredibly impressive, because if you want to know what the longest range EV vehicle we currently have is, it's actually the Mercedes EQS 450 Plus. Okay, it has 453 miles of range, so you can see why 600 miles would be a huge step up from even the longest range vehicle that we have now. So it would be very impressive if they were able to complete this. Now, what you also have to take into account is that this technology is still a far ways off, and they're not even expecting to start in-vehicle prototype testing until 2025. So there's still many years to go with this. They still have a lot of development, but there is some promise, and they're a fairly low market cap. So it riled people up. It got them excited when they saw that they had that news coming out, and people started buying big. And in fact, people started looking into this company seriously for the first time. You can see on Google Trends, people started searching for it over the past 2 days. In fact, we got more searches today than we did yesterday when it was pumping up initially. And on StockTwits, it is currently the #1 top trending stock, and down 41% on the day. Now, what happened to push this thing down? Well, what happened to push it up was the news that they had that solid state battery in development, and that there was promise for it. So they initially started pumping on that. They then kind of transitioned into a potential short squeeze stock, which you can see here. There were a bunch of shorts that ended up getting in over the past couple of days, and they equate to about 15% of the free float, or 3 million shares. Now, the important thing to understand about the potential for a short squeeze on this stock is that there's 3 million shares short. It's a very low market cap, $36 million. So you have to think about, what does that actually account for as a part of whatever institutions are shorting its overall accounts, right? They've shorted 3 million shares just about. That's what Ortex has estimated. And 3 million shares of something that costs $1 is about $3 million worth of short position out there. So overall, this is a very small short position in institutions' overall accounts, right? They're not too worried about this thing. Even if it 10x'd, it would only be a $30 million short position. So it would be very tough to actually squeeze these institutions out unless they have reason to believe that the stock is going to remain at those elevated levels and continue to move higher. They would not be incentivized to actually close their positions. They probably have enough cash on hand to cover whatever margin calls came to them, because it is such a small short position dollar-wise to begin with, right? Only 3 million shares short, and 3 million shares of something that costs about $1 after it pumped up a bit. It actually was sitting closer to 50 cents right before. Now, don't get me wrong, this is obviously a more growth-oriented company. It's a growth EV stock, and a lot of those stocks have been decimated over the past couple of months. Since November, this thing has gone from $15 to 50 cents. So there's certainly room for it to move up. A lot of these higher growth plays have been really hurt over the past couple of months, as people are worried about the Fed raising rates. So there is some reason why it might end up reverting to a more neutral price than such a negative one. So we could certainly see that. Short squeeze potential doesn't look like the best, but if more shorts decide to enter it, then maybe we could see something going for a short squeeze. Now, currently, it looks like some shorts are actually exiting today. We're down 12% because we are, stock price-wise, down 40%. So some shorts decided to take some profits, it looks like. Maybe people who entered towards the end of the day yesterday when we had pretty big volume. And that's understandable, right? Some shorts are going to want to take profits, but some are probably going to continue to be greedy with this one. And, it does have the potential to pump up further, but it is a risky one. Once again, the big catalyst that got this thing moving was news about this 600 plus mile range battery. And they're not going to do testing in vehicles until 2025. So they've got a long way to go for this catalyst, but obviously if you like the idea of this EV company and want to invest in a potential battery solution that's going to extend the range of a lot of vehicles very, very early, then it offers some potential for you there. So that's what we've got on MULN stock. For anyone who was interested, just wanted to break it down, let you guys know what was going on with the stock and what I thought about it. It's not one that I'm going to be entering, unfortunately. It seems like it's somewhat run its course, but there is certainly the potential that if we get some more price action to the upside, it could start moving again pretty dramatically, right? It's a very low market cap, so it would take very little capital to move it in either direction. And it's something that I'll keep an eye on, but probably I'm not going to just buy into blindly. So if you guys appreciate that, then feel free to like the video. And don't forget, none of this is financial advice. And other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.